Somewhere out there beneath the pale moonlight, someone's thinking of me and loving me tonight. Somewhere out there, someone saying a prayer that we'll find one another in that big somewhere out there. And even though I know how very far apart we are, it helps to think we might be wishing on the same bright star. And when the night wind starts to sing a lonesome lullaby, it helps to think we're sleeping underneath the same big sky. Somewhere out there, if love can see us through, there Welcome to Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite him, Jermaine Jones, at 7 p.m. on Sundays on Facebook and on YouTube. You can also catch us on all social media platforms with the most current events, hottest entertainment news, and what's going on with the hottest independent artists. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite him. So, tonight, we're coming to you after dark. I mean, it's really not going to be the after dark you think about, but there is a little hot topics that are after dark. But I thank everybody for tuning in. Definitely share this. We have some amazing, powerful ladies who are going to be on here tonight. This is going to be our celebration of Women's History Month. And my executive producer and I sat down and talked about some of the people that we know who are powerful ladies who have been in the industry doing things. And we decided to reach out to these special people. So before we get into the ladies, let's get into the hot topics. Now, the first one I'm going to talk about is Raz B and his girlfriend. So, Raz B's ex-girlfriend, she's an artist. Her name starts with a K. I will pull it up if my internet wasn't being funny, but I ain't playing with y'all tonight. So, Raz B's ex-girlfriend went to TikTok about 4 days ago, 3-4 days ago, speaking about the abuse that she went through. Now, it wasn't just the abuse. Her allegations were that, you know, he was hitting her, and then after he abused her, he would purchase her, or he would put a down payment on an expensive car. And then, this is the thing for me, then she posted pictures of black eyes, you know, mug shots of him and all of this on her TikTok. And she said she didn't promote it to other social media platforms because she didn't believe that they would support her. So she went to TikTok. She promoted the pictures of her. I mean, the black eye was bad. She had a shiner. I don't know who gave it to her, but it was a shiner. I'm telling you. I mean, it was whoever socked her. Oh my God, the day. Whoever socked her, that wasn't right. But so then she went on to say that him and another one of her friends took advantage of her sexually and forced themselves on her sexually. Now, if you don't know about Raz B, he was a part of B2K. Now, he had allegations against his old manager and Marcus Houston saying that they touched on him and felt on him. And you know, the way this stuff works. But listen, this is all alleged. I'm just saying alleged. But she did go to TikTok. She did have proof. She did have pictures. She had receipts. She had the whole 9 yards. So, but as far as I'm concerned, allegedly, he beat her, and him and another male took advantage of her and forced themselves on her. And she went to TikTok, and she said that before this situation happened, she was so confident and, you know, she was so ready to go. And now she's saying that, but this is all alleged. There's no proof. He went to Instagram saying, we did have some situations. We did go through some stuff. He said he's been going to therapy. He's seeking help. He hopes she does the same. He wishes her nothing but the best. He posted that this morning. So that's about that. Now, our Aretha Franklin biopic that we have been following, guys. Now, I think that so far they're doing a good job. You know, I'm here for Cynthia, but the family is lashing back. They're saying, but see, every time somebody does a biopic, all right, the son is mad because his part wasn't portrayed right. The aunt is mad because her part wasn't. Listen, it was tastefully done. It is nice. It was approved. It's out. That's all I wanted to revisit about that. I just wanted to let y'all know that the family is retributing, but y'all definitely need to tune into it because it is good, and y'all need to watch that. Moving on to the music producer Blanco and Beyonce. Now, y'all know Beyonce is the queen of, y'all know, big. So this guy is a music producer. Allegedly, he was in the studio with J&B. They, hung out for the weekend. He said it was a whole weekend type of thing. And he said he had the time of his life. Allegedly, he kissed Beyonce in front of Jay-Z. This is all alleged. This is what this man is saying. Because, I never even see Beyonce fall over till today, allegedly. But this man is saying that he spent the weekend with Beyonce and Jay-Z, and he is a music producer. I could see him working with them. And he said some stuff happened, allegedly. But he said some stuff happened. So these next two hot topics I'm going to get into, I'm going to bring on, a couple special guests because I want their opinion on these hot topics. Now, the first one I'm going to talk about, let's introduce them. Hi, Dezzie. Hey, cousin. Hey, mommy.
Hi.
Hello.
So,
I can't see you. Can you see me?
This next one I want to talk about.
Yeah, we can see you. We can see you and hear you, Dezzie.
Yep.
Okay.
Yo, I want y'all to introduce yourselves on y'all time because I want y'all to give the real, but I just want y'all opinion right now. So y'all, that's my cousin and that's Dezzie. But listen to this. Mom, show the picture of Leandria.
Okay.
Now,
I'm so sorry, but I can't
when
see
this
anything.
hit the internet,
You can go out and
Can you
come
see
back
it?
in, Dezzie. Go out, leave the studio and use the same thing to come back in. Jermaine had difficulties tonight too.
All right, I'll be right back because I want to see this.
Okay.
cousin Shelia, can you see it?
Yeah, I see it. But who was Leandria? I'm so not.
Leandria
Oh, she's the
Johnson.
gospel artist.
Oh,
She won. She
the
won.
one that's Sunday's Best.
oh, wow. And
Right,
that's
she's
her
a gospel
album
artist.
cover.
But she's also a pastor.
Okay.
And a little history about her is she's had a little. We all let him without sin cast the first stone, so we're not being judgmental. But she
Right.
battles with little alcoholism. And, she likes to
Here we go.
smoke.
Wait, let me switch them around so they look better on the screen. Jermaine,
Okay.
hold up a minute. That looks better. Okay. Now we can see everybody's face.
Go ahead, Jermaine.
All right, Dezzie, do you see the picture now?
I see the picture. I am frozen
Dezzie, do
again,
you
but
see
we're
the
going to
picture?
make it work. I see the picture.
You're not frozen on our side.
Okay,
though.
now listen.
You're right.
Let's rock with it.
moving
Let's
on
go.
our side. Okay, so what I was saying was, we talked last week about Kurt Franklin's interaction with his son, which I thought that was beyond me because I don't think that Kurt Franklin should apologize to his 33-year-old son for telling him, if you be disrespectful, I'll break your neck. My mom already said she'll never apologize if she would have told me that. To nobody.
Never.
No.
Leandria with this picture is a whole different thing to me. Like, she's a pastor, she's a woman, and somebody took this picture and she posed for it. That's the part. Even if it was leaked, she took, like, this was intentional.
That was intentional. And I know we didn't want to discuss the Aretha Franklin movie, but having watched the father portrayed in that movie, this is nothing compared to allegedly what was happening in the movie Aretha Franklin. This is tame compared to that.
It is for TV if you really know the reality of the situation. Baby.
And also, I want to say about the whole Kirk Franklin situation, we talk like that. And I want to say black mothers talk like that to their cats, too.
You know how many
we talk
times
like that to everybody. We talk like that to plants. We talk like that to kittens. So
Do you know how many times my neck was broken and she brought me in the world? She was going to take me out. You know how many times I was dead? I don't even know if my kids know their real name. I've been out of here so many times. If it wasn't for the twins, Grace and Mercy, we wouldn't even be having this conversation today. Because I've been out of here so many times. I don't think my kids know their real name because of the way I talk to them. So, but it's always love at the end, and that's how we can do it. Am I right, Katrice and Dezzie? You know, we can.
I feel dizzy. I feel dizzy because I can't see nobody, but I'm going to come completely forth. I'm going to say what I'm going to say what I need to say. I'm glad that nobody recorded me because, honey, I have choice words in my household with movements and motions attached. So record me and see what you get, and you won't get an apology. Moving forward, in regard to this photo, so there's a couple of things that come to my mind. When you I'm gonna make this word up because I want to. When you over Jesusify and pedestalize people, there is a loss of the sense of sensuality and sexuality that is required for every mature adult woman.
I agree.
I believe that this was a green room moment. This was a post beat moment. This was your stylist has just laid out your outfit. Your makeup artist has just done you. There is a celebratory moment. And it's like, oh, baby, you are just everything right now. Photo was taken.
And
publicist is absent, right? And then somebody thought that it was a good idea to expose I'm completely clothed, but to let this come forth. What's missing is the continuation of the thought of the brand. And I think this is where people go wrong. They don't really think about the brand when they make these choices. We can't confuse celebratory moments and moments of sensuality as an adult female as things that need to be posted. Everything is not for the gram.
I agree.
Go ahead, mommy.
Jermaine will tell you, I'm always talking. Wherever you go, you are your brand.
That's
wherever you go, whatever you do. That's why I was just sharing with somebody the other day. They were asking me why I don't go live more, why I don't do this more, because I don't feel like doing all this
makeup
all
on,
the time,
on,
every day, every 5 minutes. Because I know when I do that, especially if I'm going to do what I do, which is minister, when I usually go live, I'm usually singing at a keyboard, I'm ministering or something. I can't do that. Like how I be looking. I got to get up. I got to do the makeup. I got to do the hair, at least do something, put some earrings on or something before I actually go live. And I just don't feel like that all the time. But you are your brand. And I agree 100% with Dezzie. Whoever, like the publicist wasn't in the room but
what I'm saying is that whoever the publicist is, I hope y'all put a spin on it. But like I said about Kurt Franklin, I'm gonna say about my sister Leandria. Y'all know what I say on Sunday night. Let him without sin cast the first stone. How can you see the speck in your brother's eye when you got a whole plank of wood in your own? I'm telling you, y'all. I said that about the Kurt Franklin situation. I'm telling y'all about this. Y'all church people, y'all get too judgmental and things. And I'm telling you, too. Let somebody record your kids.
It is.
However, church people and judgmental for them, because I ain't that chick, but those people, here's the thing. You can't, judgment or no judgment, you cannot negate the fact that all women have moments of sexuality where they need to be adored. You just don't need to be adored by the masses. This is something you send to your to Bay number 1 or old Facebook. Keep this in your phone.
To your boo.
Keep this in your phone.
Mom, tread lightly. I'm not saying you better not be sending. Okay, there you go. You go.
Okay, what you do? You send that to your boo.
You better not be sending it to nobody because I got.
I'm a married woman. I can send whatever
I got conceived like Mary. You didn't that with my dad.
No.
Of course not.
Next hot topic.
Mother Teresa said, where there's judgment, there is no love.
Yeah.
And that's a real thing. And if I look good under a small towel like that, everybody can see that. I need a beach towel. That's my problem.
Baby, look.
You know,
me too, Sheila. Me too.
Beach towel.
There go beach towel. Too. I can just have a hand towel and cover up stuff. What?
Yo, y'all are crazy.
I need to be able to sing. I'm going bye-bye. I'll be back.
All right. Okay, so we're going to go to a commercial break, and then we're going to bring you guys back, and we're going to talk to you individually about your businesses, what you guys have going on, what's been going on since the pandemic. So we're going to take this short commercial break. We're going to give a shout out to our sponsors, MTR Sound, and then we'll be back after this short break on Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite hymn.
How do you share this?
You go to your Facebook and hit share. But you can share it after. You can share it after. You can share it after.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Kendra Jones from K Vision Fashion Design and Stylist. Lady Ray from Lady Ray's Cuisine, Healthy Choice and Sweet Treat. Katrice from Cat's Crochet, handmade with love, customized crochet. Tia from Chef Tia's Cooking, delicious meal prep and catering. Rob from Humag Distribution for TV and video. And I would like to give a special thank you to the executive producer of the show from HB Visual Connections, my mother, Katrice Cornett. So if you're an entrepreneur or a small business, contact us today so you can advertise on Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite hymn, Jermaine Jones. MTR Sounds Music Distribution, founded by independent artists for the independent artists. For more information, contact us at MTR Sounds 2020 on Facebook for a package customized just for your brand. Inbox Jermaine or Katrice today.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm here really quick to let you guys know that March Madness was for we were sponsoring small businesses, and tonight we have a special show with the women that I know who are doing awesome things in their communities. I love these ladies, and we will be back with Jermaine's going to come back with them individually so you can learn more about them. But I'm here to offer you a chance, if you are an author, to do a 15 or 30-minute interview with Jermaine next month. April is Authors Month. If you have a new book, even if you have a book that's been out or whatever and you want to advertise your book, hit us up. On Facebook, you can inbox Jermaine or myself, Katrice, on our inbox, or you could just email us at mtrsounds1@gmail.com, and we'll be flashing that throughout the rest of the show so you know, so that you can come on and talk about your book, your process, and advertise your book with us here on Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite hymn. So without further ado, I'm turning it back over to Jermaine.
All right, Mom, let me do it because I know how to work it now. You already trained me. So let me do it. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite hymn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on the guests one by one, as my mother said. So first, I'm going to bring on my cousin. Now, I was trying to figure this out earlier. Like, is this my second cousin?
Yes.
She's my mom's cousin. So she's my second cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, she was on The Wire. She's an actress. She's from Baltimore. She's a philanthropist. Tell them a little bit about you, cousin.
I'm also younger than your mother, so that's really important.
Look, like, let's talk about the kids.
That's the most important thing to know.
No, because when I say second cousin, great cousin, like people start to think it gets a little.
Yeah, you get all those aunties in there. And,
second aunt and third aunt and third
That's
cousin.
right. That's right. Younger than, that's all y'all need to remember. I'm younger than your mom, but I'm older than your other aunts. So
yes,
I'm in between. Hi, everybody. This is such a great show. I'm so enjoying this, Jermaine.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for coming. I'm so excited because when we were talking about doing something for Women's Month, my mother was like, let me reach out to my cousin. And I'm thinking, like, your cousin, ain't that my cousin too?
Oh yeah, it's up in there. All of them. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Tell them about your acting. Tell them about tell them all of that. You got some. Tell them.
Okay, so I just want everybody to know that I come from a strong family. So I'm Shelia Gaskins, aka Strawberry. I've been doing comedy around town, BET, a couple of contests for the last 20 or so years. And I'm at the point now that my children and entire family is doing stand-up. Yes. So my little brother, Howard G, my daughter, Nakia, Howard's children are doing it in Los Angeles. And so I'm just excited because my father was extremely funny. So my father, which is your mother's brother, Howard.
That ain't my mom's brother. My mom don't.
Right, it's your mom's.
My grandmom's brother.
Your grandma's brother. It was extremely funny, and I just realized that Grandma Gaskins, his mother, was funny. OMG, Jermaine, when I tell you,
no, don't.
Hilarious.
I remember that's so funny because one time Grandma Gaskins, when she was losing her eyesight, me and Grandma Carrie went to her house and she was writing inside of a Bible for me, and I couldn't get the rest of it because she was just writing it off of the thing, and it was funny to a certain extent, but it was just a little message to me. But she was losing her sight at the time, so it was off of the inside of the Bible.
Right. But she was funny because I remember I called myself running away when I was in the 9th grade because I wanted some independence, you know. And so
in the 9th
grade, yeah, because we got a big family and Grandma was there, and I called myself being grown. Hey, I want to be a little independent, and so they were like, "Stay with your grandmother." And so I was living with my grandma for not long, a couple of weeks, and she was talking to me because she was losing her sight. And so she was like, Shelia, read this. And I was like, okay. And the passage had something about fornication in it. And I was like, oh, okay. I see what you do.
Yes, I can see it.
I see what
she was getting you together, cousin.
Oh, heck yes. Oh, on a slick tip. I was like,
read something to me, and it had something to do with
yes, and I had a boyfriend at that time, and so we was dating and hanging out, and I remember keeping her up, coming home, and I felt so bad because I kept her up. She had to open the door for me late at night, and I kept her up, and that bothered me because I didn't want to have to do that to my grandma. But then she was like, come here, read this passage. And I remember the word fornicate big time. I was like, oh.
That's so funny because when I was younger, I'm going to tell you something. I really didn't like people telling me what to do. And when I say I had to write Romans chapter 13 a million times, all authority is on day by God on heaven and on earth. I mean, when I say I wrote that so much, if I don't remember one scripture, not even Genesis 1:1. I know Romans chapter 13, that all authority is ordained by God on heaven and earth, and you're going to be subject to it voluntarily or involuntarily. Okay?
Yes.
My mom used to tell me, because if I can't control you, somebody will. I didn't even know that. My mom, I'm telling you.
They had their ways. They had their ways of teaching. But that
and
I know the word
because my thing is that even with the thing with just to revisit one of our little light hot topics, but that thing with Kurt Franklin's son, like the fact that they're estranged from each other, and his son decided to post the video, but I don't think that Kurt should have let the church people make him feel that. No, if you be disrespectful, I'll break your neck.
Yeah, but people gonna have their own opinions about stuff anyway, and they don't know the whole story. And the son knew what he was doing. And
it was intentional. Right.
And I don't think this is a relationship that's brand new. I think
no.
When he was 8 years old, he probably had something going on. When he was 12.
But Kurt Franklin, when I heard his apology, he said that the therapist was on the line. They were going to therapy. They were trying to fix their relationship. They were trying to make everything work out. And the son was just not here for it, basically, at that point. So he was like, I guess I'm going to expose my dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I don't know the fallout from that. I don't know what.
No, they said it's a whole lot of past family hurt because he's 33 years old. He's not from this lady. It's a whole lot that goes on.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a lot.
And he's 33 years old, and he felt the need to, because at 34, me and my dad can have a conversation. And even when I tell my story, y'all, we're going to talk about this. Even when I was on TV and they were trying to come between me and my dad, listen, whatever's going on between me and my dad is going to be between me and my dad. Everything is fine between us. I'll talk to y'all about that later.
Yeah.
But we're all right. Because I was raised on what goes in the house, stays in the house. I'm telling you.
Right.
You better not go tell it.
Right. And see, that reminds me of the whole Aretha Franklin thing. And I know we didn't want to go back to that. But the highlight of that whole television show was the choir coming down the aisle.
Yes.
I got so excited. OMG.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Talk about
if
choir.
Y'all have not tuned into that biopic, and when I say Aretha did an amazing job, just like we talked about when Andrea Day did Billie Holiday. She nailed it. Yeah. Aretha, I'm gonna tell you, y'all know I love Jennifer Hudson. That's one of my American Idol sisters. But she is going to have something to follow after this Aretha thing. I'm telling you.
She is.
Because Aretha has got the biopic, but Jennifer has it in Hollywood on the big screen. But Jennifer is going to have something to deal with. This ain't going to be like Dreamgirls.
That is true. She definitely, because they exposed stuff that I did not know. How much of an entrepreneur and trendsetter Aretha was. Like
everything.
I'm watching Black History Month was so awesome because I'm watching all the women films. They had something about Marian Anderson.
Oh my gosh, she is stunning. PA
and
Philly. My mom does. We're part of the Marian Anderson Guild. Well, my mom is. I used to be. I got a scholarship from them when I was in like 8th grade. I was in the Marian Anderson competition. You know, because my grandfather playing piano. My grandma's still on the guild. My mom just did a program for the guild. Yes, Marian Anderson was the truth.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know that you guys had that type of relationship with Marian Anderson. I just saw the show on WHUT on the Howard University. They did that whole thing.
My mom just did their virtual concert. She did the executive producing.
Man. That's awesome. Because talk about things that people are working on. I'm working on a piece. I have a piece called a performance art piece called Disrespected, Unprotected, based on Malcolm X's speech about Black women. And I wrote a piece about Marian Anderson, and she's talking to the Daughters of the Revolution. And they say, well, you can't sing here. And then Marian says, why? I've toured all over. I've been to Italy, Europe. I've sang for kings and queens. And why is it
Marian Anderson was the first woman to sing at Capitol Hill. She was the first Black African-American woman to sing in Washington, D.C. at Capitol Hill when whoever he was president. I know that she was the first Black woman to sing at that inauguration.
Because she got denied the ability to sing at Constitution Hall from the Daughters of the Revolution. And because Eleanor Roosevelt was a member of the Daughters of the Revolution, she
said, "Oh no,
wasn't having it." She was like, "I'm quitting y'all. I'm cutting y'all loose." So anyway, the part that I'm creating is a conversation that Aunt Marian is having with the Daughters of the Revolution. And so once Marian says, "Hey, why aren't I able to sing here?" Then one lady from the Daughters of the Revolution says, "Because we can't." And then Marian goes, "What?" And she says, we can't sing. And I'm like, you're not going to let me sing because you can't sing? Right. You're going to deny all of this beauty, all of this art to not happen because of what you can't do. You are cutting off your nose in spite of your face. And then she breaks out into Doe, a deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. For a long, long way to run. So a needle pulling thread.
Go, cousin, sing your song.
So, yeah, so the whole thing is that Julie Andrews taught those nuns or whoever, the kids, how to sing. And so Marion teaches them how to sing. So,
I love that. I'm so
yeah,
excited.
it's awesome.
We have it at the bottom, y'all. It's coming out. My cousin already got this going on.
That's
so
right. It's coming out. I'm claiming it.
No, cousin, it's already done. It's already done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So before we go, I just wanted to ask you, how you feel about Kamala being in office?
Oh my goodness. I am so people don't realize how big this is. Like, you know, Trump took over 4 years of our life and he dominated. But to have a woman whose complexion isn't what we
She look like
traditionally.
you. She almost look like you, cousin.
Oh my goodness. And matter of fact, we are kind of peers. Like I'm kind of in her age range. And so I'm like, dang, she the vice president and I'm what?
You
what
keep
am I
putting her on that age. Tell what age you are. You keep talking about you above and
I'm
under
telling
and
you my age.
around.
Just in case Tyler Perry is listening, I ain't telling you my age, but I can play age 28 to 40. How about that?
I'm crying.
Anyway, it's such an honor to have a woman of color in that position. Because I didn't think I would see it. I didn't think I was going to see Obama. I didn't think I was going to see a black president. So
no, and then once he got his first time, I didn't think we were going to see a second one. And then after he got a second, I never thought in a million years that woman will be where she is. And listen, no matter how you feel about her as a person, yeah, when she was in California, she was district attorney. There were certain things that she had to do. And yes, Cousin Pookie may have robbed somebody, bust somebody head with a gun and shot 3 people, and she may have to send them to jail, but that doesn't mean she hates black men.
Oh, yeah.
Because because when she was district attorney and general to all of that in California, she had to send some people that look like us to jail. But that's not who she is as a person, I believe. And I do my research. If y'all know anything, I do my research. I don't believe that it, but at sometimes we all have a job to do. And if Cousin Pookie shot 3 people and robbed the bank, she got to send Cousin Pookie to jail.
Right. And the other part too is that she's a president for the whole entire country. A lot of people think, okay, she's black, so she's just going to take care of us. And we learned from Obama that is not possible. I mean, he had to fight for a lot of stuff, and he couldn't just focus on us at all. They wouldn't let that happen. So, you know, she did what she had to do, unfortunately. So maybe.
So, cousin, before I let you.
Yeah. You let me go. Goodbye.
He lost connection, and so we just lost him and Dezzie.
Oh wow!
Yeah, the probably because of the rain. It's been raining all day.
And the winds are blowing big.
Yeah. Here he is. He came right back. Let me let it hold.
Y'all listen tonight. Y'all don't judge my internet service. Y'all judge whatever y'all got going on. But cousin, I'm back. So I wanted to talk to you about being an activist. Before I let you go, I want you to talk to me about your activism.
Okay, so my art is my activism, and I was fortunate enough to be raised at a time. You know how you all are very familiar with computers? When I was growing up, we had Black history. So we had Black history in elementary school, we had Black history in junior high school, we had Black history in high school and in college. As a matter of fact, I couldn't graduate from the 6th grade unless I knew all the stanzas of Lift Every Voice and Sing. So in my school, I was taught by all Black people, all Black teachers, and they were older. So you sat at the foot of these wise people all the time. So they always taught us that it's a lie, that racism and white supremacy and them being better than us is not true. They always They always taught us that we can do anything, that we are more than capable and smart enough, pretty enough, brave enough. And so I grew up with the sense of that I'm just as important, I'm just as cool, I'm just as intelligent as any other.
Even if my hair is a little kinkier.
Hey, and I love my hair. I love my hair.
See you at the top, sis.
Right. So to be surrounded by all of this Black love, because I'm all Black everything, only emboldened me to continue to tell this story. Because you can get lost, you can get disenfranchised, you can feel bad about who you are, but I'm here to tell you that that's a lie. That you are dynamite, that everything about you is
beautiful.
What they want. They want that. They want that, them lips. They want that behind. They want your skin. That's why they go and tan at places. So because I knew it was a lie, I came to the table saying, nope, we're going to interrupt that. Nope, no, that's not true. And always try to impose that on younger folks so that they can understand and know how beautiful and great they really, really are. Like for real. And I'm all Black everything all the time.
Look, great cousin that's younger than my mom. Thank you so much for coming on Sunday Night Live and see with your favorite hymns. We're going to go to a commercial break and we're going to come back with Dezzie. I love you, cousin.
All right. Thanks for having me.
No, my pleasure.
Kendra Jones from K-Vision Fashion Design and Stylist. Lady Ray from Lady Ray's Cuisine, Healthy Choice and Sweet Treat. Katrice from Cat's Crochet, handmade with love, customized crochet. Tia from Chef Tia's Cooking, delicious meal prep and catering. Rob from Humag Distribution for TV and video. And I would like to give a special thank you to the executive producer of the show from HB Visual Connections, my mother, Katrice Cornett. So if you're an entrepreneur or a small business, contact us today so you can advertise on Sunday Night Live in the city with your favorite hymn, Jermaine Jones.
It always starts like this. Hello, 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 hello. Now, y'all, I got my sis Dezzie on the line, and I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm so excited. She probably remember the first time she met me. We was at that church. My memory was performed. We had that white on. Oh, my mom ain't on, sis. It's me and you. So I got my sis Dezzie on the line.
Yes, I remember that. And it was that one white affair at New Sharon, at Sharon Baptist Church.
I knew you was. Y'all. All right, Mom. All right. As I say, Mom, get out. All right. So, y'all, listen. This is Dezzie's time. Sis, tell them who you are. Tell them, listen, I've been following her for a long time. I know her hairstylist. I know her regular fashion stylist. I know her allegedly. She don't even know how much I know her. Listen.
I was about to say, because you threw that sis out there like you know the size of my children's shoes, honey. Because I got a teenager and a grown up.
Give them to me. I ain't telling you they ain't gonna come from Saks or Nordstrom, but give me the size. I'll give them a shit.
You better go to Ross and get a good deal.
Yeah, a nice one. TJ,
a good deal.
Okay, TJ is better.
How y'all
this
doing?
Is Dezzie. She's a radio personality. She don't even know she's a model. She's listen, y'all. Tell them about you.
So, as stated, my name is Dezzie. I am and have been a radio personality for 15 years. I am a neo soul gospel artist. That's how my career started. But what most people don't know is that I've been a social worker and a emotional wellness consultant for years. That is my pride and joy. Radio come and go. This music thing comes and goes, but helping people is what I was born to do. And that's what I've been doing specifically for the celebrities, some celebrities, just extending love and what I'm supposed to do. So that's
Oh,
been
well,
that's
listen,
been a
I need to
hit.
give you a call on that on no, not for an interview. I need a consultation.
Indeed. After this pandemic, everyone is, and that's in all seriousness, because folks,
No,
we just endured a tremendous trauma, and I really hope people take their mental health more seriously, because it's a lot of broken folks. We was broken
no,
before the pandemic.
and the mental health is real. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people, we're going in the house, stays in the house. We sweep it under the carpet, especially with our culture. It's like you can't like. But I'm gonna tell you something. Mental illness is severe. I'm talking about social anxiety because I can't
Hmm.
go through ShopRite on Sundays.
Hmm.
I can't go to ShopRite on Sundays around the first of the month. I can't go to ShopRite. No,
Hmm.
seriously, because now I want to watch everybody that's around. I get like it can't be too many people around me. So people ask me like, "How did you do American Idol?" Listen, because it was a rope, and I only had to shake their
Hmm.
hand from over there. It wasn't all these people just swarming me and could just
Hmm.
so. And that's that's a little problem too, because you should be able to go to the supermarket on Sundays and on the first and not have anxiety.
No, but you know what? We all have to be resensitized, because we've been really desensitized. So prior to the pandemic, you probably had that social anxiety, but now it's heightened because now you have a justification for it. And so
Right.
once you have a pandemic as a justification, yeah, that's a lot. And I'm sure it's a lot. But I know a whole bunch of people that's like 7 o'clock in the morning. That's when I do my shopping, because it's the least amount of folks. I don't want to be around people. But I get it. I mean, it is what it is. I get it.
So how did you go from the singing to the radio and you being an entrepreneur? You have been grinding so long by yourself. We just did a series called Behind the Grind,
Uh-huh.
and I wanted to bring the women on. I would like, how did you just keep pushing? And you have all these different.
Well, the first thing is I have 2 children and I'm a single parent. And so I'm sure your mom, I don't know if your mom's a single parent, but I do know that if you have
No, she
children,
has been.
okay, and if you have children and you are a real parent, not one of these hookah grandmoms or not one of these hookah moms, I'm talking about the real moms, huh? I said what I said. If you a real mom and you want to expose your children, you want to culture your children, you want your children to experience things that you've never experienced, that's your ambition right there. Your motivation is Shay Shay and Ray Ray. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's the first thing. I started out in music as a neo soul artist. I was produced by End Time Productions, Eric Green Jr. and Senior. Um, Only to find out that aspirations for the industry come with how can I say it? It
I
comes
can't
with
wait to tell
different
my story.
it comes with different pressures. It comes with a value system that may or may not align with who you are. And some people kind of bite bait and take the carrot and kind of try to mold their life around it. But when you know who you are, there are certain things that you won't have to go
Going
through. I
on.
remember when I came out, I was being called the Jill Scott of gospel, only for to get at a table for a deal and them say, she's very voluptuous. Her upper register is very important, but they weren't
No,
talking about her
because Dezzie,
vocal
you
upper
sing.
register. They were
Dezzie, you
talking about
sing.
her bosom. Huh? And so they were like, we want you to accentuate your breasts more. We want you to really embody, this Jill Scott thing. First of all, there is only one Jill Scott. So you never come up under and be the junior of an artist. You are always making your mark as an artist, right?
And
And so
there's only
that
one
didn't
Dezzie
set
because
right.
you sing down. You sing
Let me
down.
tell you, I appreciate that. But they were trying to make me a junior Jill, but just the gospel version. That didn't set right from the beginning. But there were other things in regard to the contract that just didn't set right with me. And God saw fit to open up the door, the opportunity of radio for me. And it was the rest is history. I remember when I got the phone call from Miss Adams. Everything is like blow dart blessings in my life. There's never, let me say this to people who chase dreams. Stop. Pause. Cut it out. Like, and you don't have to chase anything. Literally, your steps are ordered. Everything that's
By
going
him,
to
and it's
happen for
already
you
ordained.
in
You just
your
got to
life
walk
is
in that
already
thing.
ordained. So all this spinning of your wheels and posting and doing all this stuff, pause, because you're just making yourself tired. Sit down somewhere and wait for God to do what he does. I
That's
have a
good.
blueprint meeting every end of the year with my team. Well, last year we ain't had no team, but I usually have a blueprint meeting. And it used to be all these plans and this is what we are, what we aspire to do. At some point in my life, I said, here's the blueprint. It was a blank page. I literally began to let God write what was
Have
going to
his
happen
way.
in my life.
Have his way.
Have his way. And guess what? That's when the biggest things of my life started happening. That's when the red carpet opportunities started coming. That's when the opportunity to be the ambassador to the
Because you moved
Grammys for the
Desiree to the
gospel.
side.
That's
It's not
right.
your will, it's his
That's
will, and
right.
it's already signed.
That's
And I'm
right.
gonna tell you something. Sometimes you'll have desires and things like that that aren't aligned with what you need to
No.
go with. So there's sometimes that the deal you think right now is the biggest deal of your life is a deal you need to turn down so you can get the full potential of the blessing that he has for you.
Exactly.
Period.
Exactly.
And
So
it's not about likes. It's not about shares. It's
no.
not about.
But all that stuff is, playing devil's advocate is sad because when you are judged by the number of likes and the number of followers and you can't get opportunities based on those numbers, it's very confusing to somebody who's trying to make it. You know what I mean? So I can see where people can get confused, but that's when your village needs to be as strong as you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody to bounce off of and correct you and say, baby, get your entire life together because you
Like,
slipping. That's not my friend. You're not my friend. That's not who I grew up with, or that's not my day one. You feel me? So, I mean, listen, the rest is history. I am complete. If I never do another thing in music and radio and any of that stuff, I am
feel like
completely fulfilled. Literally.
Oh, I love that. I'm gonna tell you something because when I was younger, I used to dream about being on TV and being a singer, and that was my dream. Not to be like famous or nothing like that. I just wanted to be on TV and sing. And when I did that 10 years ago, I'm like, I lived my dream. Like, so what do I do now, Mom? She's like, get a bigger one, a new one. Like, let's get to the Grammys. Like, because I was discouraged. I'm like, okay, because when I was a kid, I dreamed of being on TV singing. I did that. So then I was discouraged, and I'm like, Mom, what now? What now? Guess what she said? Lazarus, pick up your bed and walk. Okay.
But let's think about the immigrant. Think about immigrants for a minute. They are told that America is the place where they need to come, that it is this amazing place where you come here and you do amazing things, only to find out this crap is for the birds. And they all say the same thing. It's not what I thought it was.
As soon as you don't got the right paperwork, as much money you pay taxes, you own a business, they'll give you a Dunkin' Donuts, they'll give you a gas station, and as soon as they find your paperwork ain't right, they'll take the gas station and the Dunkin' Donuts and send you back on to Shelia Island.
Yeah, so it's really, that's why self-reflection and knowledge of who you are and being unapologetically yourself is so important, because if you try to go forth and live somebody else's dream for you or what people expect for you, you will fall every time. We got to be okay. I promise. I really think everything, if I believe God has something super amazing for me, but I'm gonna tell you what, have you ever seen that meme where the girl is holding a little baby teddy bear and God has this humongous teddy bear behind his back?
No, I know what you're talking.
You know what I'm talking about? That's the way I'm starting to live now. Like, okay, I like that. I think I want this relationship, or I think I want this whatever material thing, and I'm always like, wait, God might have something bigger. Let me just release it. You know.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I am so grateful and appreciative for this conversation because you don't even know how you just blessed me. Like literally, and the religion is in me. So my show is not like a church show, but I just can't. It always goes around to it. I refer to it. I use the analogies because it's in me. I can't help it. It's like fire shut in my bone. I just can't help it. But I'm telling you, the nuggets that you dropped today, I want y'all to listen to it. I'm going to reshare this. I'm going to do a watch party tomorrow because this show was amazing tonight. Right. Now, I want your opinion on Miss Kamala Harris.
You know what? I feel like because we have been, I love making up words, pandemicized. We were robbed.
No, you keep making up all these words.
We were robbed of the beauty of imagining that an African American woman is the vice president of the United States of America.
States of America.
Who on here, who anywhere does not have something in their past, has not had to make a hard decision? First of all, I'm going to say it. I said what I said, and I usually say what I say. Most of y'all avoid the N words because I don't want to go there. There's too many N's in there. I ain't got time for this. It's too many. But let her have to make a decision to make up your guilty cousin who did it. Him did it.
But no,
Him
but if Pookie
guilty.
came and robbed you, you would call her and want him to go to jail.
You called the cops on him, but because she had to make the tough decision, which many Black people have had to make, okay? Any African-American person in leadership, government leadership, has had to make a hard decision about their race. It is a tug of war within. You cannot take away the fact that a Black woman is the vice president, and I'm not wishing nothing on Joe. Love you, Joe. Mwah.
She
Might be the president. Get your very life prepared because she might be your president. So glory and revel in the fact that a Black woman made it, and make sure that you keep your son together and your nephew and your father and your brother on point so she won't have to make sure that they get locked up. Bring it back to the home. Tear they butt up. You understand what I'm saying?
Do what Kirk did to his son. If you disrespect me, I'll break your neck.
Baby, look. Okay? I told you, don't set up nothing in my house, honey. And I ain't apologizing. And you can have all this.
And I don't care who you send it to, who you show it to, and what they say about it. But I said what I said. And as for me and my house, I'm going to say what I say.
Baby, there's only one thing that you said tonight that I didn't agree with. And I have to touch on this before we go.
No, you can. You're more than welcome.
You know that what goes on in the house stays in the house. That's the only thing I don't agree with. You know why? Because of molestation and incest. Do you know that studies have proven?
Yeah, you don't touch on people. Yeah, I agree.
About 83% of African American families have suffered molestation or incest, and most of it, I read a study that it was all exploratory. Because they were trying to learn, because it's not talked about in the home. So if I got to figure it out on my sister, then that's what I'm going to do. We have to have hard discussions with family. We have to talk. We have to talk more.
Oh my God,
and that's the only thing. I appreciate
you saying that so much. Oh my God, yes. I love that.
Yes, it's important. Yes. And I'm a survivor. So I have the right to say what I said. And I know that it's because it was not taught properly in the home. And it wasn't in my home, thank God. It wasn't in my family. But this is somebody that it was my mother's best friend's son. And this is somebody I looked up to. If you weren't
trained on what goes in the house, stays in the house, you may have been able to tell somebody and get help and to get out of the situation. But because you were taught that what goes in the house, stays in the house, we sweep it under the carpet, and we got to save face, you still have to deal with all this brokenness, all this damage, all of this hurt, all of this. That's good. That's good.
Come on. I'm telling you, if we had to wear our issues on our forehead, God.
Mine ain't big enough. And look, I got one from here to here.
I went to purchase an extra forehead.
Listen, give me yours, my mom's, and give me 3 others. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm flawed. I'm flawed.
Yeah, we all are, but that just helps us exude God's glory. That's why we need to be so thankful and so kind. If you're listening and you're on here, it's okay to have Jesus and a therapist. Get some help, find somebody to talk to.
Therapist. And I'm gonna tell you something. You can have Jesus in a glass of wine too, y'all. The drunkenness is the sin, not the drink. So I'm just saying 1 glass is fine. A glass of red wine, relax. Do your devotional. That's what I say. That's what I say. Listen. And I'm not a judger, but that's what I said.
Mother has her wine.
Is the sin, not the drink.
Mother has her wine. Now, mother don't smoke weed and can on and hook and all that. But mother will have a glass of wine because I'm grown and I pay bills. All right.
He turned water into what?
Wine.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming on. I love you. Thank you so much for coming on.
You are so welcome. God bless you, baby. Keep doing what you do.
Yes, thank you so much. And you too. I really appreciate you.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye. Guys, after this break, we'll be coming back with Sunday Live in the City. with my beautiful, you know, we always wrapping that up with her. We're a couple minutes over, but we're fine. So after this break with the commercials and the sponsors, we'll come back with a short break, and we'll be back with my beautiful.
MTR Sounds Music Distribution, founded by independent artists for the independent artists. For more information, contact us at MTR Sounds 2020 on Facebook for a package customized just for your brand. Inbox Jermaine or Katrice today.
I'm always smiling so hard when I come on the camera. Y'all, I'm going to work it out so I don't smile so hard when I come on.
It's good that you're
hello. I always
all
say
right.
hello,
Great show tonight. It was a great show tonight.
Thank you, Mama. I was so excited. Thank y'all for staying with us and tuning in to Sunday Night in the City with your favorite hymn and my beautiful. You know, we always come and recap the show. And I want
to tell you, the first time I met Dezzie was down at the Delaware River on the riverfront. She did a concert, and that was the first time I ever heard her. And I actually chased her down in the I don't know if she remembers this. She's not on anymore. I actually chased her down in the you know, the parking garage to get her car. I just wanted her contact information. I just really enjoyed her ministry. And that was the first time I ever saw her. And then after that, our paths just kept crossing. Like, she was a special guest artist at the one of the women's conferences that St. Matthew's did one year, you know, all of that kind of stuff. You know, like, our paths just kept crossing. We just been in each other's lives ever since that day. Yeah, it was amazing. She's an amazing woman. I love her.
Mom, when I met her at the church with you, like, I didn't even know that you guys had a previous relationship, but just her aura, I know people that know her, but what I'm saying is that, like, when you said her name, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. Like, her, just like, if you ever just encounter with her, it's just...
She's just real. She's just really real. And when you're in the industry, like she was saying, you come across a lot of stuff that is so shady, you know, and shenanigans all the time. And when you meet somebody as genuine as Dezzie, you hang on to those kind of people. And so I'm just glad that over the years,
we are so appreciative.
Yeah, our relationship
tonight. I was so excited.
Let me recap on my little cousin.
That's younger than you. Let's be clear, because she's younger than you. Okay, let's be.
When Shelia was talking about the Black history, I'm telling you, I went like most kids in your house, y'all play like Monopoly and stuff. No, we had Black history trivia games and all of that kind of stuff.
Like, who invented the refrigerator? That guy. I know it was a black guy that did
all
that.
Our card games was like Black history faces, and you had to know
all. Had Negro Uno.
Yeah. She ain't lying. It's the truth. Growing up in Baltimore was serious. When
Negro Uno from me, Mom.
Yes, Black Uno, whatever it is, it was black in our house. Trust me when I tell you. Yeah, that is the truth.
Gaskins was as light as Joe Biden.
Look, that we don't care. She might have been light skinned, but her soul was black.
Black,
Her
just as
soul
black.
was she a black woman, let me tell you. And it was no mistake about it. We's a black family. This how we doing this, and y'all gonna know y'all roots, where y'all come from, and we had
Because
to know
y'all know
history.
I'm dark.
We had to know regular history. We had to know music history. We had to know religious history. I could tell you all about Thomas A. Dorsey and James Cleveland and this one and that one. Look, we had to know. If it was black, we had to know it. Period.
Tell me about Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, and
No.
stuff like that.
No.
Well, now you want me to tell you about TikTok.
No. Because
Yes,
that's why you do it. That's why
you signed up yesterday. You signed up yesterday. Save it.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that stuff. But we had to know that Black history stuff. Sheila is not lying. And yeah, and we would like our family reunions, or even when we got together for any time, it was just like a comedy, a musical comedy. Because if we wasn't singing, we was laughing, or somebody was making us laugh. And that's just how it was in our house. It was like a show. It was like a musical comedy.
Before I got two questions. I just want to say this one thing. I want you guys to know that my mom is my business partner, and oh God bless us all. I'm telling you, everybody's involved, because she called my phone the other day. I said, yes, how can I help you, Joe Jackson? I'm telling y'all. I said, yes, how can I help you, Joe Jackson? But I'm telling y'all, my production, she's the executive producer of the show. I mean, literally, from my logo to the flips, to the slides, to the names, to my business cards, to my everything. Y'all, I keep trying to put this firm thing in her that my office hours are from 9 to 3. The other day, we had a photo shoot, and we about to drop some of the photos. She dropped one the other day. My mom was like, yo, I got to let Jermaine go. It's 3 o'clock. Yes, you do. Y'all, it's 3 o'clock. She let me go to 3:26. That's when Joe kicked in. Katrice left and Joe kicked in, because at 3, Katrice should have let me go, but Joe kicked in and I had to stay an extra 26 minutes. But, Mom, I want to know your opinion on Miss Harris.
Well, again, I am very, very, very proud that we have a Black woman vice president, because like Sheila was saying, you know, our family, we just, like my mom, when we moved from Baltimore to here, my mom was the reason why we had Black hair care products in the thrift store in Woodbury, because when we moved here, there were none. And we're coming from Baltimore, where we're dealing with, like, I didn't even go to school with white, white kids.
Right.
It was it was Black, and every people of influence.
Now you in West Deptford, where you
West Deptford, and this is the truth. And when we went to the store in Woodbury to get some, products for our hair, there was no Black hair care products in the store. So my mom starts writing the news and papers and articles and this and that or whatever. I'm telling you, they got Black hair care products in that store, and it didn't take them long to do it. You know what I mean? Like my family has started so many things up here. Like, it's just the way we were raised. Like, activism is just like who we are. And so to have a Black vice president, and that, like Dezzie was saying, at any given moment, nothing against Joe Biden, she could be president
of the United States.
Our president.
And I'm telling you, I'm not speaking this, y'all, and I don't want to keep saying this, but I told y'all, I'm not going to say the prefix that I put in front of his name, but I'm just going to say blank Joe. I'm here for Joe, because Joe gave Kamala a platform, and now we got some in. But I just want to be very clear that if he does make his full term, he's not going to the second one. She is probably going to be our president. And if she becomes the president of the United States of America, the most powerful.
Let me tell you, I was watching, I watched the Aretha Franklin show, but I'm like Sheila, I'm always like watching Black shows, like I like historical things, and doesn't matter what it is, music, activism, whatever, it doesn't matter. So I was watching this show, and it was talking about how Black women were treated. So I started reading about it and everything and all of that kind of stuff. And what people don't understand is when it's the show that I think I can't think of the guy's name, but it's on right now. You could watch it. It comes on every Tuesday. And so I know what it is. It was called Amend. It was about the 14th Amendment, and Will Smith did a special on it. Okay. And in that show, it was talking about women's rights. It talked about civil rights and all of these people who are fighting for their rights. But when he started talking about the Black woman in the show, he was talking about how we're the last people on the totem pole, even below like homosexuals,
Black men and everything, like the African American or Black woman is
right. When on jobs we get paid the less money because corporate America, the white man, he's first, and then you got the Black man, which fills the white man, the white woman, and then you got a white woman, which fills the woman quota, and so the Black woman is constantly fighting for more money, fighting for what she, needs, and so, or is even entitled to. And we're usually doing somebody else's job, like, because that's how I was on my job, doing somebody else's job, 2 and 3 and 4, 5 jobs, not getting the same pay or the right pay, and all that kind of stuff. And to have Kamala in office is just a huge boost to who we are, period. Yes. It puts us on a whole another platform. And I know a lot of people will try to downgrade it and make it seem like that's her and not you. But when it happened to her, it happened to all of us. So you can't, like, even when Obama became president, what's your excuse now for not,
right? And then I'm going to tell you something. Right. I just want to say this, and I'm going to say this because Sunday Night in the City with your favorite hymn will always be transparent. Kamala Harris is not a Colin Powell. Let's be very clear, because there are some words that I can say about that man that I will not say on here because they're not appropriate and they're not profanity, but she's not a Colin Powell. I believe that there are situations, like Dezzie said, where her back was, if she's the district attorney and Cousin Pookie is selling 22 kilos and killed 22 people around the block, gosh, can she not send them to jail? But they're saying that she was hard on Black, but she was no less harder on people of any other race either. That's what I'm saying. And I was judgmental of her first because, excuse me, but I called her Uncle Tom. But once you do your research, you find out she's not that. She is not that. She had a job to do.
And she did
whether it was Billy or Tyreek, the job had to be done. It just so happened to be Tyreek.
I just want to add this. As people of color, we need to stop with all of that. Wanting somebody to just
because we look.
Because you look like us. You know what I'm saying? We just really need to stop with all of that, and we need to just come up. We just need to come up. Like, because I'm here doesn't mean that I think I'm better than you or anything like that. Like, I worked hard to get to where I'm at. You can come up, just come up. Stop trying to pull each other down. I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. Like, that's one of the things that really bothers me about people of color. Like, you're always trying to put a tag or a name on somebody because that's what they did to us. Stop being like them. And understand that we are an awesome people. We are awesome and we are great. And if I can do it, so can you. So can you. And there are ways out there. There are means out there. If you don't know, reach out. We just had an activist on here, my cousin, who is constantly fighting. I know what they do. I know how people do it. And she's not in the White House. She's just, there are people in your community that are willing to help you. I guarantee you they are. Stop trying to act like we are a victim and just do what is in you. There is something in you. I know it is. There is something in you. Pull on that thing.
You can do. Do
what you can do. Do what you can do. Somebody else will come along and help you do more. But you can't keep pulling. We can't keep pulling each other down and then causing division and allowing the other races to see us do that. We have to be supportive of each other. We have to start standing on each other's backs and being supportive of each other. I just don't understand how us as specifically African Americans and Black people, we are always pulling each other down. We got to stop it. We got to stop it. There is a place for you. I'm telling you, there is room for you.
I want y'all to know that this Woman History Month show has been, and listen, I'm the furthest thing from a woman that you're going to get. I'm telling you, because if any woman grow a beard like this, she going to have problems. Molly, you in danger. I'm telling you, I'm crying. But listen, guys, I am so appreciative of Mom. I love you. I love Cousin Shelia. I love Dezzie. I thank you guys so much for coming on and dropping all these nuggets. I'm going to have a watch party tomorrow. I'm resharing this. I want you guys to share it because it's good information. It's good stuff. This was an amazing show. I want to thank you for tuning in to Sunday Night Live in the City. Listen, email us at mtrsounds1@gmail.com if you're an author. If you want to be an author, if you have a book and you want to promote it, email us, because this month was for the entrepreneurs, but then the women that we had on the entrepreneurs, and it ended up being Women's History Month. So it was such a great show. I'm so happy we were able to incorporate everything. mtrsounds1@gmail.com. Any authors, poets, you want to come out for next month and be on Sunday Live and see with your favorite hymn? What else do you have to say, beautiful?
That's it. I love you all. Thanks for tuning in every week. We will be back next week. Well, next week is Easter, so we'll let you know if we're going to do a show on Easter Sunday or not.
Oh, y'all going to get something, even if
we'll get you something. But yeah, we'll be back, and yeah, just let's lift each other up. It's a new day. It's a new day. It's a new time.
We love you.
We love you. Love on each other. Love on each other. If you know somebody who needs a hand, reach down and pull them up. I guarantee you will never regret it. You won't regret it. You won't regret it. So may God bless you all. Good night.
Bye, guys. Bye. Welcome to Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite him, Jermaine Jones, at 7 p.m. on Sundays on Facebook and on YouTube. You can also catch us on all social media platforms with the most current events, hottest entertainment news, and what's going on with the hottest independent artists. Kendra Jones from K-Vision Fashion Design and Stylist. Lady Ray from Lady Ray's Cuisine, Healthy Choice and Sweet Treat. Katrice from Cat's Crochet, handmade with love, customized crochet. Tia from Chef Tia's Cooking, delicious meal prep and catering. Rob from Humag Distribution for TV and video. And I would like to give a special thank you to the executive producer of the show from HB Visual Connections, my mother, Katrice Cornett. So if you're an entrepreneur or a small business, contact us today so you can advertise on Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite him, Jermaine Jones.